Hello, welcome to our first chapter Fridays. If it is not Friday when you're watching this video, just insert whatever day of the week you are watching it. I'm really excited to have you guys here and to hopefully introduce some different genres and different styles of writing to you guys. Before we get started, I just wanted to touch on two things really quick. Number one, you are doing a sketchnoting type thing while I'm reading. There is no wrong way to do sketchnoting. I've seen pictures, I've seen bullet points, I've seen crazy arrows pointing in all sorts of directions. As long as they make sense to you and you're engaged and you're listening and participating, then you're right on track. The second thing I want to touch base with you about is all of the books that I'll be reading for the next several weeks are available in our library. So feel free to send me an email if you want to borrow it. I'll check it out to you and get it to you somehow, or you can come to the library and check it out. So let's get started. Today we are reading We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I am someone who reads reviews before I ever read a book personally, so I did the same for this one. This book has really great reviews. It is a New York Times bestseller. And actually, something a little different today, I'm going to be reading the first two chapters because the chapters in this book are so quick, guys. And it's chapter one is one page. And it's a very, very quick read. I've just read just a little bit. So, let's go ahead and get started. All right. We Were Liars. Welcome to the beautiful Sinclair family. No one is a criminal, no one is an addict, no one is a failure. The Sinclairs are athletic, tall, and handsome. We are old money Democrats. Our smiles are wide, our chins are square, and our tennis serves aggressive. It doesn't matter if divorce shreds the muscles of our hearts so that they will hardly beat without a struggle. It doesn't matter if trust fund money is running out, if credit card bills go unpaid on the kitchen counter. It doesn't matter if there's a cluster of pill bottles on the bedside table. It doesn't matter if one of us is desperately, desperately in love. So much in love that equally desperate measures must be taken. We are Sinclairs. No one is needy. No one is wrong. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that's all you need to know. Chapter 2. My full name is Cadence Sinclair Eastman. I live in Burlington, Vermont with my mom and 3 dogs. I'm nearly 18. I own a well-used library card and not much else. Though it is true, I live in a grand house full of expensive, useless objects. I used to be blonde, but now my hair is black. I used to be strong, but now I am weak. I used to be pretty, but now I look sick. It is true I suffer migraines since my accident. It is true I do not suffer fools. I like a twist of meaning. You see, suffer migraines. Do not suffer fools. The word means almost the same as it did in the previous sentence, but not quite. Suffer. You could say it means endure, but that's not exactly right. My story starts before the accident. June of the summer, I was 15. My father ran off with some woman he loved more than us. Dad was a middling successful professor of military history. Back then, I adored him. We wore tweed jackets. He was gaunt. He drank milky tea. He was fond of board games and let me win, fond of boats and taught me to kayak, fond of bicycles, books, and art museums. He was never fond of dogs, and it was a sign how much he loved my mother that he would let our golden retrievers sleep on the sofas and walked them 3 miles every morning. He was never fond of my grandparents either, and it was a sign of how much he loved me and Mom that he spent every summer in Windmere House on Beechwood Island, writing articles on wars fought long ago and putting on a smile for the relatives at every meal. That June, summer 15, Dad announced that he was leaving and departed 2 days later. He told my mother he wasn't a Sinclair and he couldn't try to be any longer. He couldn't smile, couldn't lie, couldn't be part of that beautiful family in those beautiful homes. Couldn't, wouldn't. He had hired moving vans already. He'd rented a house, too. My father put the last suitcase into a back seat of the Mercedes. He was leaving Mom with the old sob and started the engine. Then he pulled out a handgun and shot me in the chest. I was standing on the lawn and I fell. A bullet hole opened wide and my heart rolled out of my ribcage and down into a flower bed. Blood gushed rhythmically from my open wound, then from my eyes, my ears, my mouth. It tasted like salt and failure. The bright red shame of being unloved soaked the grass in front of our house, the bricks of the path, the steps to the porch. My heart spasmed among the peonies like a drought. Mom snapped. She said to get a hold of myself. Be normal now, she said. Right now, she said. Because you are, because you can be. Don't cause a scene, she told me. Breathe and sit up. I did what she asked. She was all I had left. Mom and I tilted our square chins high as Dad drove down the hill. Then he went indoors and we went indoors and trashed the gifts he'd given us: jewelry, clothes, books, anything. In the days that followed, we got rid of the couch and armchairs my parents had bought together. Tossed the wedding china, the silver, the photographs. We purchased new furniture, hired a decorator, placed an order for Tiffany silverware, spent a day walking through art galleries and bought paintings to cover the empty spaces on our walls. We asked Granddad's lawyer to secure Mom's assets. Then we packed our bags and went to Beechwood Island. And that is it. That's chapter 1 and 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this book. And if you would like to hear more or read more, come check it out. I'll see you guys next time.